broadcast it out that way. All right, welcome. We are going to do a special webinar. This is not one of my scheduled Hangouts on air. This is, well, Friday before Thanksgiving. And I've got Jonathan here who wrote the comprehensive article that went out earlier this week on marketing your business for Black Friday. And so we want to do a little video recap review of that article, take a look at some of the highlight points of the article. So, Jonathan, go ahead and start where you want to start.
First thing is first. There's a couple things behind the article. The big thing is it's the trend. It's the wave of the moment. You know, it's in marketing. You want to catch as many waves as you possibly can. It's very similar to surfing, and you know, Black Friday this month, it's phenomenal because I don't know if people realize just the amount of traffic involved for Black Friday online. And I mean, so it's one of the motivations behind the article. I mean, it's just a little insider secret here, but just for example, I mean, we're looking at in the next week, 7 days, probably over 5 to 10 million searches just based around this holiday, and that's per day.
5 million searches a day?
For, you know, that's broad search is, you know, long tail, anything around Black Friday, and it's pretty fascinating. I mean, if you look at the numbers, so when I say broad searches, I mean that includes the long tail terms around Black Friday and the short tail terms. The long tail terms are kind of like, what can I get for Black Friday? People will type in stuff like that. You know, who has the best deals for Black Friday? So you're talking about millions of people going to the search engines, just figuring out their Black Friday needs, and just the exact match. Now, when I say exact match, I mean people who are just typing in Black Friday or Black Friday sales, the exact keywords. You're looking at easily for Black Friday, 5 million searches this month. The average from December to October is around 30,000 searches a month. Black Friday sales, you're looking at 873,000 searches this month, and most of it's going to be in the next 7 days too. This is not going to be spread out through the whole month. It usually comes within 7 days of it. Black Friday deals, 2.2 million people will search for Black Friday deals, and the crazy part about Black Friday deals is the average from December to October is going to be 1,000 people searching for that a month. So you're talking about a wave that was a lake that turned into a tsunami, pretty much, of searchers overnight. So you know, here we are. We're putting out some really incredible content behind this movement for this wave. And we're trying to, you know, catch the wave at the same time. We're trying to actually help people market their business, because this is not something that you can take a marketing course for and understand it. It's a, you know, I've taken many marketing courses and they don't bring up specific holidays and how to market for them and stuff like that. So,
I mean, I've been either directly in SEO or reading and, you know, actively involved for my own businesses since about 2007. And until you and I talked about this last week, I really hadn't heard about this kind of hyper event stuff. I didn't really understand that. I was trying to catch that overall wave. Now, granted, I was in the industry of roofing before I directly got into SEO, so there isn't quite a rise and fall like this is. But tell me, how'd you come across this? What made you even think this is where I need to start looking?
Well, basically, first thing is we try to look at the month, you know, a month in advance, and look at what's going to be rising in popularity. You know, next month we have bowl games for college football. We have Christmas, stuff like that. And so if you are a small business, it's important to this is the first, the internet has opened up the opportunity for you to capitalize on the big trend of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you were back in 1980 and the Super Bowl was happening, chances are if you weren't buying the $1 million commercial, or it was probably like $500,000 back um, then you couldn't really capitalize on the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now with the internet, um, when a big event happens, you have hashtags blowing up like crazy on Twitter and on social networks, and you have all sorts of infographics going viral, videos going viral on YouTube, and so we live in an age where this is really, as much as you would like to think it's a bigger advantage for the big business, it's not. It's actually a better advantage for the small business.
It
Um,
it it's become very scrappy, is kind of what you're saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, just think about this. LeBron James came out with a video with a commercial with Nike, and on YouTube that gets, that's received over 2 million views, which is a lot. But now as a small business, if you're really creative, you can outbeat Nike's LeBron James commercial, which they've probably spent millions of dollars into. You can outbeat it on YouTube.
Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah, so we have more opportunities now as small businesses uh, because of the internet to progress to a new level with our marketing. And so I think it's important that we recognize that and capitalize on it for these big trend movements. So, anyways, back to Black Friday though. It's mainly more you're looking at e-commerce websites are going to be mainly affected by this. So if you are a service website, we do apologize. There are some things you could probably still roll out depending on what industry you're in. But what's interesting too is the big question: Black Friday versus Cyber Monday. It's a
Okay,
big online question.
it is.
I've actually received it a few times just through working with clients and stuff like that. And after doing the trend research, Black Friday trumps on Cyber Monday 4-1. So basically, for every one search around Cyber Monday, there will be four searches for Black Friday.
Holy
So,
cow.
so we're talking literally. I mean, if you have 20 million searches for Black Friday, you're only going to have 5 million searches for Cyber Monday. Um, so with those types of numbers, we can look at, okay, should a business focus their efforts on Black Friday or Cyber Monday? Now, the only time I'd say you should have a focus on Cyber Monday is if you have a more technology focus with your product. So if you're a Samsung, what is it? If you're a video gamer type company and you offer really powerful computer games, you actually might do really well on Cyber Monday. Whereas if you're offering an iPad, you'll probably do really well on Friday morning. So
Well, and also, of course, the businesses that are non-brick and mortar are going to do well, like Zappos, um, you know. But I mean, even the small. I have a friend down in Utah County that has a business that sells modest women's clothing online, literally out of her garage. Um, you know,
well, yeah.
but
Here's
it's
Sorry to cut you off,
yeah,
Dennis, but
you're fine.
here's some really good points too on what you're talking about. Online businesses compared to brick and mortar. So last year, the total sales came out for Black Friday, and um, the online grew by 32%. The online sales.
Okay.
So 2008. Let me actually pull it up real quick here.
And I'm going to screen share you. So while you're pulling this up, go ahead and point at things with your mouse so that people can see really what you're trying to point at.
So right here we could see 816 million in online sales in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
2012, 1.4 billion. So it's a pretty solid growth. And the interesting is the average spend per shopper too took a big growth sprout from 398 to 423.
Wait a minute. What you're telling me here, these are Black Friday online sales. This is what we traditionally have thought about as Cyber Monday and what I was just talking about right now as Cyber Monday. But what you're saying here
This
is,
is the day. This is not even including the whole weekend. So this doesn't include
whew,
Thanksgiving. So $1 billion will be sold online in 7 days. At least over a billion.
that's 7 days from
I
today.
wouldn't be surprised if 2013 numbers, if we saw it hit 1.2 to 1.3 billion in online sales. Um, the
Wow.
growth in store, though, I want to show only grew by 1.3%. So the online sales grew by 32%, whereas the in-store brick and mortar only grew by 1.3%. So what you're seeing here is that A, companies are offering the same deals online. B, I mean, no one likes to wait in lines. First of all, I'm kind of I love sleep. I don't know about you. I'm not a 6 a.m. guy. It's even hard for me to get up and go to work at 6 a.m. So what's gonna make me get up and go shopping at 6 a.m.?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that, and I think the internet has helped increase and helped made us more homebodies. There's a lot
Hmm.
more homebodies in the world today. So just to know that I don't have to drive around town and scramble and deal with all sorts of crazy people running after products that I don't really care about. It's kind of nice. I could go online and I could jump from website to website in seconds, whereas if I was out and about, I'd have to probably drive 10 minutes to each store, 5 minutes to each store if you're in a nice community. So um, and the great part is a lot of like the same deals are online. Um, and the product's usually there online. I don't know if people realize this, but if you go to the store and there's 5,000 people waiting outside and wanting the PlayStation, 4, and they only have 300,
You're
they'll
cooked.
sell out in the store, but they will not sell out online because you're buying from the main headquarters online, whereas you're only buying from the small retail store in the store. So,
You couldn't hear. I just had some music go on that went mer, 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 mer. That's really sad. It
yeah, I
is.
mean, the point is like the incentives to buy online are actually not as bad compared to the in-store. There are some traditional folks, and we got to respect that they love the concept of waiting in line at 6 a.m. and bless their souls, we need them on this earth because I don't know where Black Friday would get its growth from if it wasn't for those people. Um,
I have a sister-in-law that is
yeah.
hardcore, loves Black Friday, and I shake my head. I don't understand why she loves it. She will spend all day during Thanksgiving, like strategically planning the attack. I mean, it is like warfare, and she's just into it. And she's this really quiet, docile, not in your face. But I'll tell you what, when Black Friday
Yeah.
comes around, gloves come off.
And like I said, there's nothing wrong if you're that type of Black Friday shopper. It is funny though, being on the marketing end, you see both sides, and so you see past the deal a little bit more when you're on the marketing
Oh
side,
yeah, for sure.
because when you're the one making the deal, um, you definitely look at it like, is this really a deal? Like, and as marketers, it definitely impacts you. You don't get as fooled by the 10% off or the 20% off. Um, Now there are people that they love that, and I love discounts. Don't get me wrong, and that's good. So it works in marketing. So on to what else we were talking about here. There's many different ways that online websites or businesses can go about it. First thing is getting on Black Friday websites. These websites generally work their whole year around this holiday. They do all their content development, their link building, you name it, for this specific holiday. And so chances are you're not going to beat them. Because as a business, you're probably maybe working a few weeks out of the year to do really well for Black Friday online. These guys work the whole year.
So have you looked up some of the behemoths of the Black Friday websites that you're talking about? I mean, can you name some URLs?
Well, yeah, so like BlackFriday.com, which bought out most of the Black Friday websites, they're a pretty big deal. Offers.com, DealNews.com, they have big Black Friday sections. Um, Anyways, there's a whole, and there's more to this list. There's a whole group of Black Friday websites, and the point is like you're not going to beat them out. Um,
It's true.
so if you can't beat them, join them, and that's use it as a channel to get your product out on, and that's what a lot of big businesses have done, and small businesses have kind of shied away from it. Um, it does take money, advertising money, but it's a good channel to consider placing your advertising instead of having it on a traditional billboard that might cost you $1,000 a month that might not even do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So just another thought. Deal of the day websites. We've hit this day and age where they're a dime a dozen, but they still make money. And I don't get how they make money, but Groupon, um, we have a lot of Living Social, we have a lot of local ones like KSL, where, there's time deals, the whole day deal, all day deals, and they'll mark a product 50% off. And those are going to be booming as well next week. It's kind of their season to enjoy giving discounts as well. So one of those things, if you can find some to get on, I know local newspapers across the country have them. San Diego Tribune, they have a really good one out there that I was going to be a part of. I was going to do a product on a few years ago. So yeah, it's a big thing. Another thing was the hashtagging, the social media.
Yeah.
This is one thing that blew me away. How many people will hashtag Black Friday come Friday morning? I mean, we're looking at per second, around 3,000 to 4,000 hashtags per second, just on hashtag Black Friday. So Target, they did a really good thing this year. I mean, their marketing departments, they were right on the ball. They were the first ones to buy hashtag Black Friday, the ad space for hashtag Black Friday, first on Twitter. So, the amount of impressions they're going to get is going to be insane, first of all. So, and the thing is with hashtags, it is difficult. This is probably one of the most, you have to be as creative and as innovative with hashtag marketing. You can't just throw up a bunch of hashtags and expect, hey, they're going to see my name and come to me. But if you do have some really cool deals that you want to offer to people through Twitter, and just say 70% off this, if you find this hashtag, type in this code, people will find it.
Let's touch just on hashtags a little bit, because even though hashtags at this point are now available on basically all platforms of social media, they have personalities. They don't function the same way on, say, Instagram, which pretty much the best way to search anything on Instagram is the use of hashtags. So that's really how you find stuff on Instagram. Okay.
Yeah.
So dropping big lists of hashtags on Instagram is appropriate and even thought of as cool. You go do that on Google Plus, people are going to blow you up. They're going to be so mad. 2-3 hashtags and that's it. And keep in mind, Google Plus automatically reads your content and throws a hashtag or two up there. On Facebook, hashtags are different than the others because if you hashtag on a page, like a business fan page, then that hashtag is live to the world. But if you and I hashtag with each other on our personal pages, only you and I and those who follow us can see those. So hashtagging on Facebook's a little more personal. If you're trying to use this for marketing, those little nuances are really going to be vital to how effective you're going to be at
Yeah,
hashtag
no,
Black Friday.
knowing the social engines is a big thing. You know, Instagram is definitely the spammy hashtag arena where you could throw up 30 and it's cool, people enjoy it. And then
They do. They literally enjoy it. It's kind of fun, and I enjoy it there. But
yeah, that I'm still, I enjoy the hashtags. I still think it's a little awkward, especially some of them, but it's cool. I mean, it's weird clicking on them though, and you see all these weird posts about that hashtag or something. It's just kind of funny. You could find some weird stuff when you click on hashtags and you
you could
scroll
go
down because
just about
you're
anywhere.
basically connecting with the general public, and there's some funny things, and everybody has their opinions. And there's a new science behind hashtag marketing, though. I mean, we had a guy, here at the office, a um, former managers here, management. They created a hashtag SEO chat, and now people join the conversation all the time on Twitter, and they hashtag SEO chat, and there's actually a lot of communicating through the hashtag going on, and so there's relationship building, communication going on with the hashtag marketing, and that's the most ideal way. If you could have an audience, build a brand, brand out a hashtag, and build a community like a forum where you're communicating about that specific hashtag. That's the way I think it is to go.
Hmm.
It is a way to get impressions on your name. It's not easy because people don't like to be spammed or advertised to, even most of the time with hashtag marketing. So
Yeah.
it really takes a bunch of creativity, and sadly, sometimes the creativity doesn't even work. So it's just something to consider, though, for Black Friday marketing.
Yeah. And the key with, in this day and age, the key with any of these online marketing, it's how you effectively overlap various things. Just your comment to me yesterday, Dennis, none of your videos have any text underneath them. There's no description. I mean, little things like that. And then, taking a video and putting it in, it's these overlapping, and same thing with the hashtags. If you want the hashtags to work really well, you better have something behind that hashtag. Once somebody comes to it, the tweet or whatever it is needs to be interesting enough that it carries them down the path of building that relationship, as you said.
Yeah, starting a conversation, developing a relationship, moving away from spamming. You can't use hashtags to spam; it just doesn't work. You could try. If it works for you, that's great. I still haven't met anybody who it works for. So
Yeah. One thing that I like to do with hashtags on Instagram specifically is, if you ever look at any of my posts there, the very last hashtag will be like a joke about what I've written about. And it's like, there's no way somebody else is using this 45 letter hashtag, and you've got to notice the camel capping in order to even make out what it is. It's my little, I think I'm
uh-huh.
funny. But then again, my kids don't think I'm funny at all. So, but yeah, you can have fun. You can have a lot of fun with hashtags if you understand them.
Yeah, I agree with you. So another thing was, a big thing about Black Friday marketing is it's all about the deal. I mean, and the reason why people are crazy about this is they really feel like this is the time of the year they get the best amount of value for each dollar they put into each store. And so selling you have a couple things. You're trying to sell them to get into your store, and
Mm-hmm.
then you're trying to sell them on your deals and stuff like that. And that's really difficult because you're still trying to make profit, and that's where you might have to be a little bit more aggressive and break even on some products,
Mm-hmm.
and you might have to do that online if you want to, be effective online, and hopefully they'll buy other products. that will have a higher profit margin. But yeah, the deal marketing is a huge deal, and this is, you know, Christmas time coming up. It's not affordable to buy gifts for everybody in the family, and you got kids and you got parents, and uh, Christmas is a very expensive time. Even like people that are traditionally doing very well, uh, this time of the year they buckle down to find the best deals because you still have to pay the bills in December,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to unload, the presents as well. And so deal marketing is very crucial. And if you ignore deal marketing for Black Friday, I could see a lot of failure happening in your strategy. So it's just something to also consider when you're marketing.
That deal can be really important for guys like me. Have I ever told you how many kids I have?
Yeah, you said 8 kids,
8 kids.
which is amazing. So
Deal marketing can be a big deal.
yeah, 8 kids. It's an intense Christmas. So
That's true.
I mean, so anyways, a few other things. PPC.
Yeah.
I love PPC. I'm a big PPC fan. Interesting thing about PPC is there's a local side to it. You don't have to tackle the big words. Um, and the big companies are going to be all over all the big Black Friday words, and it's going to be really difficult to compete with them. And there will even be some big companies that will be in the local Black Friday terms. But there will be a great amount of people come next Friday that are going to look for deals in their specific area. And they're going to type in the city, they're going to type in all sorts of local terms plus the Black Friday keywords. I would take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Even if you're a national business, you could still market Salt Lake Black Friday business deals. Get on those AdWords for that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and if you do over 200 cities, 300 cities, even the smallest towns or the biggest towns, you're going to get a big spike in traffic. It's going to increase conversions as well because those are people specifically looking for Black Friday deals in their area, and you're just showing them here's some Black Friday deals online that are relevant to what they're looking for. So
Good advice.
don't be afraid to be aggressive with your local strategy for Black Friday. Product deals as well for Black Friday PPC. If you offer, Nike shoes at your store online, or if you offer, let's say, baseball gloves or sports equipment, um, feel free to type, to go after the Black Friday terms for that product. Um, so it could be hats, Black Friday hat deals, stuff like that.
I do need more hats, by the way.
Yeah, and if you get a good amount, in your campaign, if you're aggressive and you go for over 100 to 200 words, you'll see a spike. And so it's all about being strategic and doing it right. So
Good deal. Good deal. That was some really helpful advice for businesses. Hopefully, people have found, you know, a nugget within this that can help them in, marketing their business, whether it's local, online, or national.
yeah, and this is not just for the businesses as well. This is also for the consumer. Because if you're the consumer and you're looking for the deal, you can look for them through the hashtags. You can look through them through the PPC, the search engine terms. So I hope everybody's getting something out of this, regardless if you own a business or not, because we know everybody doesn't own a business, and especially if you do own a business, you might not own an e-commerce business online.
Correct. Correct. So you can reverse engineer this entire presentation as a consumer to utilize what's going on to help you find better deals,
Mm-hmm.
being smart.
Yep.
And just this year, this is going to be the first year you can actually hashtag search in Google. That was about August that they
Yeah,
became
it
effective.
hasn't.
So
The thing about hashtags, the Google search, is it's not as popular. So I wouldn't rely on it for impressions or hit clicks.
no, but from the consumer standpoint, it could be a way of
Yeah, and it's
trying
all,
to
Google
get
search
the
is all
deal.
connected with Google Plus. So if you do type in any hashtag, all the Google Plus posts will be rolling down the side on the right-hand side. So,
Yep. All right, good deal. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us and talking about Black Friday. And we're going to have the links to this article everywhere I post this video or chunks of the video. So if you're watching this and you want to read the in-depth article, because really this was a light review of a very in-depth study that you've done.
yeah, just a little clarity too. When you write articles, if you are into article marketing, go big. Don't stick around the 1,000 words. Go to the 2 to 3,000 words. It works. I mean, and we're seeing some really good numbers from this because of that. So, everything's big. Make everything big.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, and with everything you do in marketing, make it big. So,
that's one of the things a lot of people that play in the same field I do. I mean, I'm not a blogger, I'm a vlogger, right? And so a lot of people in the video world will tell you, keep that video under 2 or under 3 minutes. But the thing is that most bloggers will tell you keep your blogs right around 400 words. And this 30-minute video has real depth and meaning. And if you really want to learn something, you can't teach it in 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2
no,
minutes.
and the search engines, they're getting smarter. They're able to pick up quality over. They're able to pick up quality, and they're recognizing that quality sometimes is in the blog posts that have the biggest quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's 500 word blog posts are a dime a dozen. It doesn't really make you different. So I'm a big fan of lengthier posts, and there's some SEO critics out there that actually believe in the same thing, that it's all about having a 2,000 plus blog article will outbeat a smaller article with links going to it any day. So
there you go. Some great SEO advice. We lost your camera while you were saying that, but you were on the microphone. Great SEO advice from a guy who knows SEO right here from SEO.com.
Sure.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Enjoy your Friday next week, however you're going to spend it. Me, I'm going to be right here in this seat, actually, during the whole thing. We're doing a special Black Friday edition of Network Roundtable. So, yeah, I'm not going to go shopping. But thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Reach out to Jonathan.
Yeah, feel free to add me on Google Plus. I'd love to hear from you guys.
Yeah,
So
circle both of us up. Question us, anything. Speaking of hashtags, I'll throw out my personal promoted hashtag, Ask the Deuce. So I'm monitoring that through mention
Captain
all the time.
Deuce.
Captain Deuce.
Young Deuce.
You're on a mission to give me a new nickname.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jonathan, and I'm sure we'll have you back as you continue to write these totally awesome articles.
Thanks.